This is backpacking vlog, day 972. We're running out of water. We're climbing cliffs for no reason. We're wearing Crocs because all our other shoes are tore up and burnt up, and I think I may have died at some point and came back to life. Bill's gonna resort to cannibalism because he's out of food.
I'm not out of food, just getting started.
Wild and wonderful West Virginia. Boy, what an awesome place. Well, friends, good morning. This is day 2 here at Dolly Sods Wilderness area. Rachel's just up getting us stuff to make coffee and tea. It is raining, as you can probably hear around us. For whatever reason, I woke up with soaking wet feet, so that's always a good start to a day of backpacking. Well, tell them you're cold.
I'm cold. I don't like it.
She's not a cold weather camper.
No.
Especially in the tent.
That's why we have the camper, the RV.
At least you wake up and it's warm when you're in the RV.
Yeah, that's why we have that.
But from here we can see the waterfall, and you don't get that in an RV too often, so there's always that. So here in our soggy tent, I think this tent leaks several different places because it seems like the water's coming from above and not below. But a lot of things are wet. But I brought you in here to tell you, last year we had several issues on the trail in places with no cell phone service and predicting weather, and a lot of people commented that I should get an ABC watch. I just wanted to tell you guys I do take all of your comments extremely seriously. If there's something that's in our budget that you really think I should have, leave me a comment. This says it's 52 degrees right now, so it's really actually not that cold. It feels to me like it's warmed up a good bit. I should have grabbed a temperature earlier this morning. I think we're in good shape still. We're getting some breakfast going in just a little bit here. Alright, my friends, the sun is starting to break through the trees. It's about 8 o'clock this morning. We just got to get the tent taken down and hit the trail. We've had breakfast. Made some coffee and tea and some Mountain House breakfast skillet meals. It's really just a nice morning. The birds are chirping. I don't know if you can hear it. The sounds of the river. It's a great camp spot. We really enjoyed this one. Hoping to be out of here in like half an hour, so like 8:30. But we shall see. We want to do 8 or so miles today, I think, to try to put us in a comfortable spot for tomorrow, to not have to do a whole lot tomorrow. But there's tons of scenery. The best is yet to come. So, how's your Mountain House meal treating you?
It's okay.
It's empty, so it must have been okay.
Yeah, it's a good morning. The instant coffee turned out better than I thought. I was prepared for that to be terrible. It's okay.
Friends, we're back on the trail this morning, and it actually feels really good to get moving. From up here on, I think that we're on the Red Creek Trail now, We're a good 50 feet probably or so above the creek, but you can hear the waterfalls and you can see them from a distance. Probably difficult for us to show you on camera, and not ideal to be scaling cliffs with backpacks on. How are we feeling this morning?
Good. Told him I felt horrible standing in camp, but now that I got moving, I feel real good now.
Friends, as you can see around me here, with all these rock outcroppings, there's just water oozing out of the ground everywhere. Springs and tons of mud.
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 Looks like we might get wet here too.
Yeah. Did your shoes dry out at the fire last night?
Yeah, I didn't say it, but I ended up melting the sole in the one, so it's kind of like curled
Oh, so that's why it smelled like burnt rubber?
Yeah, it might have.
I knew something was burning.
I mean, it's not bad. It isn't really bothering me. It just like kind of curled up a little bit, but hey.
They're dry.
Back it for you. We improvise.
And they're going to be wet as soon as we keep walking through these
Oh,
puddles.
they're already wet. I ate it already this morning and fell in the creek again. So.
Oh, good.
I'm on a roll this trip.
But the scenery is beautiful, so it's worth it. Executive decision to head on down to Red Creek. So it does add a little bit to the journey, but it shouldn't be too much. You know, we all got up early. We all feel pretty good today. We got a good start today. So we've already gone, I think, a little over 2 miles. Given that, it should be no problem to go this way. And there should be some waterfalls down here and just excellent scenery. So if you were waiting for this video to improve, you shouldn't have to wait too much longer because it's about to get epic. So we've come down here and we finally made our way to Red Creek, where we're greeted by this waterfall here as the two forks converge. We got to cross Red Creek just below here somewhere. Then the trail follows the creek very closely. Trail, if you come down here to Red Creek, does involve some river crossings, and at times this river may be completely unpassable. I was able to get across, just barely getting my feet wet. Rachel, she's coming. She's got to change into pants that are going to dry a little bit quicker, and then she's going to just walk across. There's ways you can do this, but just be aware that at points in time, like the last time Rachel was here, it's like waist deep. Do whatever you got to do to get across. It's backpacking. Dolly Sods, Wild and Wonderful, West Virginia. And look at the mountain over there. The trees are just starting to bud out, and some of them, like you get some fall colors before the chlorophyll really gets active in the trees. The spirits are up. Here comes Rachel. So friends, for the most part, this has been an incredibly easy trail to follow. But here, in this Red Creek section, it seems to be less worn path and not as well traveled. And there's no blazes anywhere to speak of in this whole loop that we've done. There's no markings other than some wooden signs. This is very rugged. Like, you should be experienced at navigation and carry with you several versions of paper maps in order to make your way through this. Like, a little bit of common sense will get you there. You get into some of them camping areas like where we just were, And there's so many spur trails to campsites and stuff. But like this here, this is a sign telling us that the Red Creek Trail goes this way. So we know we're on the right path. We're gonna keep on going through these rhododendrons. This is a beautiful place, beautiful territory, but very rugged. Bill, is this the type of terrain you were expecting at Dolly Sods?
Well, I think I said yesterday, kind of expect more like the meadows and stuff like this, not so many bug-filled rhododendron pine forests.
Can you see the bugs flying around our face?
Sure you can. Yeah, it's pretty bad.
I hope that shows up on camera. It's almost a little disappointing because you can't see down to the creek, like the features and things that, you know, might be down there. There's some waterfalls that we can see from a distance through a bunch of brush. But you'd have to spend several days down here if you really wanted to explore that stuff. Like, we got some miles to do on the trail, so there's not a lot of time left for off-trail banter. We will see you when there's something scenic to see. Right now, we're just kind of walking through these pretty rhododendron bushes. Friends, I don't know how well it's going to show up, but just up there you can see a rocky outcropping, and that's Lion's Head. That's our goal, is to try to get to Lion's Head today. Now we may be reevaluating how far we make it today, where we camp and all that stuff. There's campsites up there, and if we can make it up there, you know, maybe we camp up there, but that leaves us a long hike back to the truck tomorrow. Right now we're about halfway through the whole loop, and we're all feeling it. I mean, like, this is a challenging hike, especially down here. The terrain is not what I expected. Well, friends, we have made the second crossing here at Red Creek. The water is deep, so all them little waterfalls and stuff that we've shown you up that way, it's all coming down the stream, and so it's a lot deeper here. I mean, you're looking at knee-deep water to come through this crossing. You're gonna get wet. There's no way around it. There's no way you're not gonna get wet. There's a nice little waterfall here. We're gonna take a break. We're gonna regroup, reassess our route, and once we know what we're doing, we'll tell you about it. All right, friends, this here is Big Stone Coal Creek. We're gonna be following this creek for 4 miles straight up a hill. There's a waterfall at the top called Big Stone Coal Falls that we're hoping to find. We're gonna skip Lion's Head, friends. There's just not time. This rugged trail has taken us forever to do. Even if you were in shape, it's gonna take you forever to do this section of trail. I don't want to say that I don't recommend it, but you need another day that we didn't have.
Plus the water crossings, that really slowed us down, you know?
Yeah, you gotta find a safe place to cross. You gotta...
It's confusing trying to find where to cross.
Because everybody's going in different directions to get themselves over here. And so there's little spur trails and things everywhere. There's no blazes anywhere on this loop, so you have to navigate by maps. Walter has all trails. That does help. I'm going with Crocs for the rest of the today.
Insane.
I think it's just easier. I have socks on with the Crocs. I'll let you know how that turns out when we get 4 miles up to our campsite. That should leave us with about 6 miles left to do in the morning with a bunch of vistas that you'll be seeing in next week's episode. So you want to be subscribed to this channel so that you'll see all this good stuff. And while you're at it, go check out Bill's channel. He's got cruise ship videos and all kind of cool stuff that you'll want to see, as well as here.
Yeah,
so
we're having a blast. Just isn't going as planned. A little slower. Probably could have planned it a little better, but it is what it is.
we're here,
yeah,
and we're enjoying it.
Yeah, so we're in Dolly Sods. Worst case scenario, it's 2 hours away, 3 hours away. We'll come back next year.
Yeah,
that's all.
As long as we don't hear banjo music, I think we're we're set. As you can see behind us, friends, down where Bill's at, I mean, we are gaining some elevation, aren't we?
Yeah, I'd say so.
This is a hill to climb, and very steep and rugged. So far, the Crocs are a good idea. My feet feel a little bit lighter. My pack's a little heavier because my shoes are on it now. And you might be able to see Rachel's just up ahead there, feeling pretty rejuvenated after some rehydration and some food down at the bottom. When you're doing these backpacking things, you want to make sure that you keep some protein-loaded snacks accessible at all times, because you're going to need the calories, and you want protein to help your muscles recover overnight, because then you got to get up and do it again in the morning. But you don't want to go feeling hungry. That's the one thing I regret whenever I was backpacking, went to Philmont and Scouts, and I didn't take any snacks with me, and I was hungry the whole time. And you know, I'll take the extra couple pounds of weight in my pack over feeling hungry the whole time, because it's not helpful. And even when we're doing just day hikes with the kids and stuff, especially with the kids, you gotta have snacks. It keeps them motivated. Today it's keeping me motivated. The trail seems like it's kind of leveling off a bit, which is nice. We did, I don't know, probably 100 feet of elevation real quick. You can see Big Stone Coal Creek down there below. West Virginia coal, I guess, is what this is named after, since we are here in wild and wonderful West Virginia. You, Dave, is this the hardest trail that you've done in recent days?
Recent days.
Yeah, I guess. I did just hike another mountain straight up, but then I only went up 1 mile and back down 1 mile.
Yeah?
This stretched out long distance, taking its toll.
No, Dave's handling this like a champ, so
Yeah, he is.
I hope when I'm 61, that's what you are?
Yeah.
I hope when I'm 61 years old, I'm still out doing this.
Yeah, Dave's killing it.
I'll consider that a success.
Dave is officially now my hero.
He's changing his channel to Backpacking Dave instead of Day Hike Dave.
Nope, we're gonna stick with a day hike.
Yeah. I might be with you after this one.
Yeah.
All right, let's keep going. We got a little ways left to go to the junction up here. So Rachel has decided that carrying this chair the whole way was worth it, because
100%.
Dave has volunteered to stay here and watch our packs for us while we run over to Lion's Head real quick and see what we can see. So let's go do it. It feels so incredibly good right now to be walking with 25 less pounds on my back. I mean, I just feel like I could fly almost. I'm still wearing the Crocs. So far, very pleased with that decision. And there's some other stream crossings that we got to do yet. So I'm just hiking with Crocs from now on. I might buy another pair of these, because these are getting a little old and worn out. Get another pair of these, that'll just be my hiking shoes. Because any waterproof shoes I buy, your feet still get wet anyway, and then they don't dry. So I feel like Crocs are the solution. We got some rocks coming up already. We were able to see this cliff face from down below, and it looks like you should get an excellent vantage point. I've seen several videos though where people have walked along this trail looking for it and not found it. There are some people up ahead, I think they know where they're going, so hopefully they find it. Or do you know anything about what we're looking for?
Picking up the All Trails app, so it'll show us where the spur is if we can't find it.
Perfect. Let's go find Lion's Head. Boy, if you thought the trail was rough before, I couldn't see doing this with a backpack on. No way would I do this with a backpack on. We're lucky. we're lucky to have Day Hike Dave stay back and watch our packs, because there's no way I could have done it with that on. So thanks again to Dave when you watch the video.
A little rock scramble coming up here, but nothing too crazy.
I'm filming Bill, Bill's filming me. I don't know where I'm going. A little bit of a scramble. Oh man. All right, my friends, we've made it to the top of something. And I don't know if it's a lion's head or not, but this is awesome. This is the best view, most rewarding thing we've done all day. Alright my friends, as you can probably tell, it's incredibly windy up here. I don't even really have words to describe this place because it's just that great. You can see the view all around me. All these red spruce trees like the one you're probably seeing glimpses of in the camera here. It's a beautiful spot. One of the best views we've seen in West Virginia. You know, we've been all over the state of West Virginia looking for places like this. And I think this is probably the best that we've found to date. So. And the weather and that kind of stuff helps too, you know, like it's a bright sunny day. It's clear and you can see everything. Really enjoying it, really glad we got to come out here. And if you're into bird watching, this might be a place for you too. I don't know enough about the birds that I'm seeing floating around all over the place here, but I've seen quite a few. Rachel didn't come up because, as you know, she's got some vertigo issues when it comes to heights. And she would not like me standing out on a ledge like this. So she's back with Dave. We're gonna go back and hook up with them. But I just wanted to point out to you, what we did today was like extreme, and carrying a backpack. Like, we came down somewhere up there, across that whole place over there, on the other side, like well up from the stream, a couple hundred feet over, and then we descended down. Once we got past that hollow there, we came down, crossed the river, and then we came all the way back up here. You can only imagine how exhausting that is. This hike is not for the faint of heart, but there's several ways to make a day hike loop of this. So if you just look at your map, I think it's worth it to come up here. This is one of the premier viewpoints in wild and wonderful West Virginia, so I highly recommend you make it up here. All right, well, my friends, we have all recharged a little bit in different sort of ways. Rachel and Dave got to take a little rest, siesta. Rachel got to read her book, which she likes, sitting in the woods reading books. So that worked out nicely, and the rest of us got recharged by scenery and got to walk for a little bit without our packs on, which we got to stretch out a little bit. It felt good, actually. We're heading like a mile and a half down this trail. We're hoping it's flat and level on this grade with not a whole lot of ruggedness, and we're gonna find the nicest campsite we can find. We were told it's called Nirvana, so we'll see how that works out. But well, yeah, we're looking for Nirvana. Alright my friends, we have made it here to Stone Cold Creek Falls. Wild and wonderful West Virginia. Boy, what an awesome place. Well my friends, we are now walking through one of the prettiest forests we've been through. And this whole trail is full of spruce and rhododendron, and I'll tell you what, green moss everywhere. Everything's like lime green in the spring, this time of year. It's just a beautiful time to be in the woods, and a beautiful forest to be in. So really a great ending to a great day. It was a rough day, but we've persevered. We've been rewarded with this beautiful forest here. We're going to try to find a campsite just up ahead. So Rachel and I have our tent set up over there. Say hi, Rachel.
Hi.
She's blowing up her sleeping mat. We gotta get some of this wet stuff out of the pack, because the sooner we can get stuff hanging out to dry, the better off we'll be here. And then food is gonna become a priority. So for dinner today, I'm doing this buffalo chicken mac and cheese. I don't know what Rachel has.
Chicken casserole, something?
Chicken casserole, so that ought to be good. Yeah, I don't know if I mentioned it, but the tent leaks quite a bit, I think. It's real wet now, but I gotta get my sleeping bag dried out. I'm gonna hang it up somehow. There was a puddle of water where my feet were, long story short. So my feet were cold and wet. So if I can get the sleeping bag dried out, that'd be a big plus. Past that, I think our next goal is going to be to get a fire going. Looks like those guys are maybe collecting some firewood already. Got to treat our water and just keep moving along. I think I said once before that I've always wanted this stove just because I like the sound it makes. It sounds like a jet taking off. I guess that's why they call it a jet boiler. Rachel's ready for her dinner. What do you got? Home style chicken noodle casserole. You got these on Amazon, right? I think they're a little bit cheaper on Amazon than any place else, so I would recommend getting them that way. Friends, as we end our day here, I do want to just kind of go over what we did today. We'll take a look at the purple lizard map here today that I've been using mostly to navigate the trails here. Yesterday we camped over here someplace where the Red Creek and Left Fork come together. We stayed on Red Creek Trail down to this purple lizard here, which was a really cool waterfall that we seen. We kept going on the Red Creek Trail, number 514, crossed the creek at Big Stone Coal Fork, and climbed and climbed and climbed. And we stopped here, we went over to Lion's Head, and then we came back and we walked this way. This is where the waterfall is, somewhere's in here. Big Stone Coal Falls, and now we're up in here somewhere. We're about to put together a campfire over there. We've got some random junk just kind of hanging out around here to dry, which it's drying out pretty quick. It's a little breezy and it's sunny. Rachel, what are your thoughts in a nutshell?
It was hard, but I feel okay.
Feeling like we're gonna find some good things tomorrow?
Hopefully. We'll find our children tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll find our children tomorrow. If I was going to imagine what Dolly Sods would look like, this is it right here. It's just awesome.